51% shared by women, or if they have registration or document with the ministry with the woman name. So they will be eligible to join this program. This program will offer a financial package that provides first is a low interest rate for women-owned activities, and second, many benefits in the package that we provide after. As you can see, these are the interest rates that we offer according to the loan size that the Canadian Bank is also one of the active members to support the mission of CWA since 2013. The bank will always provide annual sponsors to this association so that they can have their members, they can have to build a women entrepreneurship in Cambodia. Through this program that we work closely with CWA, here are the key challenges that we would like to share with you today. First, we noticed that the difficulty of the member to successfully obtain a loan from the bank is the willingness for them to change from informal borrowing to the bank borrowing, which is the formal one. In terms of their business management, in terms of their document preparation, we need for the bank to review their business. Some members still prefer a simple and quick way to obtain short-term financing. For example, a few months working companies that offer like informal network, like account business plan for their business network, however with a high interest rate. We also notice that the women-owned SMEs sometimes, even they are they are competent, but they lack of confidence to come and discuss with the banker to obtain loans, because somehow they have the perception that bank requirement documents, that they have complicated process and procedure to follow before they are able to obtain the loan. We also know majority of high percentage of the members lack of collateral, especially for the new business. And last but very important is that they do not have a clear business plan for the loan purpose that they requested. Therefore, it fall into the rejection category. That this morning our His Excellency the Governor also mentioned that about 58% are rejected for the loan application for women-owned business. So with all of these challenges, so Canadian Bank's action plan to support women and finance, because we believe that gender equality is not only for the benefit of women, but gender equality is also the interest for the development of the country, the organization, the society, and the family. So for our customer, we put into our action plan to continue working closely with CWA, who is the main association that supports women entrepreneurship, and we will have a dedicated team to connect to advise their members about this program on time. We also have conduct workshop with them to support women business owner invest in the capacity building in areas such as financial literacy, loan application process, leadership, marketing, financial management, and so on. We will also continue working with other business associations in Cambodia so that we can support women in business as well, focusing on the development of entrepreneurship, as well as we will look into women banking program through various initiatives, and be innovative in our financial products and services so that we could support more women. For our employees is at the bank. They are the most valuable asset of our organization, And we will continue to promote gender equality in our organization, especially increase the number of women in senior decision-making level, and also continue our investment in women capital, both for our organization but also for Cambodia as a whole. This comes to the end of my sharing, and I'm pleased to take any questions from the floor later on. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Ms. Cheng Lei. I ask Mr. Ruben Chakla to give us insights from Banking on Women program, EFS Banking on Women program.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for me to be here today and to share with you some of the lessons of IFC in the Banking on Women space. I've been leading IFC's Banking on Women program in East Asia and the Pacific for the past 9 years, so I'll be happy to share with you and to take any questions. While we're getting the technology started, let's see if my tired brain can remember some of the content in my slides. So, targeting women as business owners is not only a social objective, but there's a very strong economic and business case for why banks should target women. We heard from Bettina how important it is from a social point of view, but banks are actually missing out. You're leaving money on the table. That kind of resonates with banks, with private sector banks, if you are not looking at the women's segment in a serious way. They make up 30% of all SMEs. Okay, when technology works, it works well. When it doesn't, then it makes it a collision. Can you just go to slides? This is not looking. I mean, women make up 30% of all SMEs globally. That's a study that we did with McKinsey more than 10 years ago, and it continued to show up in terms of being the case. So IFC developed its Banking on Women program to help address this huge need. If you look, I mean, we released a study in 2017 which indicated that the financing gap for women SMEs globally is around $1.5 trillion US. That's just SME, that's not micro, that is women as SMEs, $1.5 trillion US. We also did a study with the insurance industry about 3 years ago, which indicated that there's also 1.7 trillion opportunity for the insurance sector by the year 2030 by developing offerings that specifically target women as customers. Another reason why banks should really take this segment seriously is because women make 85% of all decisions within a household. I know sometimes we may think that we are making the decision, but very cunningly those decisions are being made or presented to us, and we think we are making the decisions, but the short list that's come through the women to help kind of promote those decisions. So you're going to be missing out if you don't look at the segment in a serious way. But there are a huge number of myths. When we speak and we do supply side surveys with banks and financial institutions, they kind of think banking on women is about corporate social responsibility. No, this is an opportunity for you to differentiate yourself from the competition who are not looking at this segment in a unique way and be able to capture market share. They say, well, we don't discriminate against men and women. But by saying that, they're doing banking in the traditional sense, which is kind of ignoring the fact that women makes up, here in Cambodia, 62% of the market, and if you look at the portfolio, you still see women underrepresented. So if you're truly gender blind, maybe the portfolio would have been more representative of the proportion of women in the economy. And we can go on, and I can speak during the question time if there's anything that resonates here, but for the sake of time, we'll just move on. I left some reports on the Cambodia study, the Women SME Market Study, which we released in August. So this is a few months ago. So I'm not going to speak about the Cambodia situation because already some of the stats came out. I'm going to speak about a study we did in Vietnam just over 2 years ago. And again, to share with you some of the myths, when we interviewed the bankers, what they said, and when we interviewed from the demand side, the SMEs, what came out there, and see if there was a match. So the first myth, in seeking financing, women entrepreneurs are more risk averse than men. Yes, that's true. False. I see head shaking. If you look at the stats, women on the left or men on the right, more or less the same. When they have a good idea and if the business is growing, pretty much equal. Women tend to be more risk aware. I don't like using the risk averse. They kind of take a long time to make a decision around whether this loan is going to work, the impact, if we can't repay it, what will the impact be? So that's often seen as being risk averse, but no, I mean, it's actually being quite responsible. The next myth, women who own small business are doing it on the side. It's not serious for them, it's like kind of, or maybe have some free time. And what does the demand side show? If you look at revenue for small and medium, and you compare the women to men, pretty much the same for small. Actually, for the medium, the average revenue of a customer, of a women customer, is actually higher than the average. And this was the sample size of 500 that we did, it was representative. If you look at the projection in terms of, are you expecting your business to grow, your revenue to grow over the next 2 years? More women than men said they're expecting a 20% or more growth in revenue than men. So they're not doing it on the side, they intend to make a serious go at it, just like in those other books. And then women with children do not have time for business. What do we see? If you look at time, it's kind of right at the end. It is one of the constraints, and if you look at the bar for time and for family obligation, women are twice as involved, they say twice as time poor, if you like, than their male counterparts, and the involvement in the family is twice as high as what a male is. Country, yeah, I said Vietnam. Vietnam, right? So this is about Vietnam. And you can see the other constraints is what access to finance, finding markets, very similar to what male entrepreneurs would encounter. That doesn't discount the fact that they have less time that to juggle running the home, the children, responsible. Women need more financial education than men. Again, if you look at the stars, which is financial management, more or less the same for men and women. Accounting, more or less the same. So there isn't that big a difference when it comes to those things. But ultimately comes down to the fact, and through all of our global work with banks, and we work with banks in developed markets who are part of a membership organization, which IFC helped establish. And these principles bear out in all markets. Focusing on women is an opportunity for you as a bank to significantly grow market share and profitability. Women tend to consume more products from a bank. So if you have a woman client, she's more likely to have more products per customer than a male customer. So I mean that reduces your cost of acquisition. They tend to be more loyal as well. If they have less difficult, the customer has more products from you, they're less likely to switch. These are strong savings propensity of women. They're always thinking about the future. So if you're trying to mobilize savings, then it's good to target women. Positive risk behavior when it comes to NPLs, and I'm going to actually show you a study that IFC did from IFC's own banks that report to us on an annual basis, and we mine that data and what we found. And there's a linkage to the family. You still get a husband to bank with you. if you're banking and the kids to open for the children's accounts, so your future is there.